More than 300 communities in Ondo State cannot access commercial banks. Governor Emefiele should be in prison over naira scarcity. Nigerian Senator. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Tafamowo on Saturday in a release noted that in a senatorial district, for example, there were many unbanked residents with more than 300 communities not having access to commercial banks. Nicholas Tafamowo, the senator representing Ondo South and the Nigerian Senate, has called for the immediate arrest and prosecution of the governor of Central Bank, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, for disobeying the resolution of the federal legislature. Tafamowo on Saturday in a release noted that in a senatorial district, for example, there were many unbanked residents with more than 300 communities not having access to commercial banks. The senator urged the Central Bank of Nigeria on January 23rd to extend the deadline for the exchange of old naira notes to May 31st, 2023, and similarly directed the Apex Bank to open an exchange window for people that did not have bank accounts to deposit their old notes in exchange for the new note. But the CBN governor failed to obey the Senate directive. In the release, Tafamowo said the Central Bank of Nigeria's governor's refusal has resulted to the untold hardship being faced by Nigerians over the scarcity of the new naira note. He said, and I quote, "By now, the Central Bank of Nigeria governor should be in prison for disobeying the Senate and dishonoring its resolution and causing naira scarcity. Imagine the scarcity of petrol and the rising inflation in the country. We still find it very difficult to have access to cash because Emefiele is lawless and proving very stubborn." As a sitting senator, I was on the back on Friday to apply for a little cash, but I did not get anything. My check was returned to me because the bank did not have enough new naira notes to pay customers. They told me they have paid out what they have for that day, even though many customers were still inside the banking hall stranded and shouting. In my senatorial district, there are many unbanked residents. More than 300 communities do not have access to commercial banks. For the few with bank accounts, they will need to travel far to locate a bank. Thousands of residents are suffering now because they do not have access to cash to feed their families and transact business. They submitted their old note in line with the Central Bank of Nigeria directive by all means. But now the Central Bank has failed to fulfill its task by providing new notes for them. Two heads are better than one. This issue was discussed extensively by lawmakers who are the mouthpiece of the people across the various constituencies and senatorial districts in Nigeria. And we took a position by directing the Central Bank of Nigeria to extend the deadline for the exchange of old naira notes to May 31st, 2023, and will similarly urge the Apex Bank to open an exchange window for people that do not have bank accounts to deposit their old notes in exchange for new notes. Things would not have been this bad if Emefiele obeyed this directive. This situation must be arrested immediately. Buhari should sack Emefiele to douse the tension for the sake of this election. Emefiele should go. People are already saying this is a plan to cause a crisis to cancel the election and install an interim government. I just hope this is not true, the senator said. I never see anything. Shebi, it is that my happiness is everybody they roast inside. You cannot escape it. This one, big man no deal. You go bank like this. Your big manism, you go keep on one place. I dey tell you, no money anywhere. You will buy the money if you want the money in a haste. You will buy the money in a haste. So it's not a give me money, oga. Give me money. I have a plenty money inside this bank. Or give me money and or you go to speak plenty grammar. No, everybody is suffering from this. And me, I am saying for all those who are calling for Emefiele's head, know it that the president is behind Emefiele. If you are talking to the president to arrest Emefiele, just know, let me remind you, maybe you have forgotten, that the presidency is actually behind Emefiele. Now then they tell and say, Oga, no go, no do, no change, and they for your back. Okay? Buhari has finally transferred his 8 years failure to Emefiele. Fear the not. All right. So there is no running away from it. This one is not just the poor masses, but waiting pay me pass. We say true. If you check on well, now still the poor masses now the thing they bite on. And if they are telling me that they are holding this cash because they want to not allow those that buy votes, people they buy votes, they don't get the cash plenty. And they tell you, so this is our country. This policy was meant for good, yes, but they were they able to achieve the good? No. Now only people there for governments now cast themselves? No. Not now Nigerians like you and me now follow cast this particular policy. Okay, Emefiele is supposed to rebuild one of the prison facilities so that he will enjoy it after his tenure plus his likes. You're absolutely correct. The man and those that initiated it should be jailed. Why should the masses suffer because of one political game? Well, unfortunately, like I said, if you're going to be talking about this, you're going to be talking about Buhari himself as well. Yes, you're going to be talking about this because nine commas I say in there behind this man back, number one. Then number two, now I'm not coming to terms with that, okay, we are not ready for this. Had it been, if they know say this thing what happened, why they know gradually, they announce some. But that would have killed the intent of it, Abi. Just like even the few days when Naira scarce, the ones where they for bank, who it is that they don't carry and give. When they come outside now, they tell us say they don't get enough. Who then carry and give? Meanwhile, CBN say at least they don't give banks some. Abi, CBN say Nigerian people now only 20, then 9 will be. Mr. Senator, if Emefiele is to be in prison for Naira scarcity, who should be in prison for fuel scarcity? Okay, answer the question, sir. You see why I say you cannot separate the president from these issues? Okay. Not only in Ondo State, but majority of Northerners have no access to banks, and half of them are in rural areas. Okay. So what did you do for access? Okay, to access commercial bank. Okay, Emefiele, the best thing that has happened to Nigeria currently right now, I'm loving him like mad. You're loving like mad because of one policy, Abi. The 99 phase one, all right, so how can they have access to new bank notes when they live all their life inside forest? And you are saying they should take it to them? Well, I'm not even this surprised. It is my another matter. Where I did give up now when I hear terrorists talk say they get 10 million. And that's in past 10 million. No? Then get 10 million of a new note. Now that time I weak. I say, what is now the usefulness? As in, what's the purpose? Because me, I felt if the purpose of redesigning the new Naira is to curb crime and all of that, I'm down. But now it is looking like the purpose have been defeated. Nigerians, we need to come together, have harmony or unity of purpose, and be able to take back our country so that we, Nigerians, can enjoy this, our God-given plenty natural resources. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.